Hey guys, you're in the machine. I don't want to be here either. At least I turned on the camera. You probably don't want to be here, but at least you press play. Wrong. It's hard to get motivated about stuff sometimes, even stuff we really like yoga. But to maintain a consistent practice, we have to shoot for consistent practice. A trick to make yourself do stuff sometimes is to commit to a tiny portion, like 2 minutes of yoga at a time. You may find that 2 minutes makes you want to do another 2 minutes and another 2 minutes, and before you know it, you've done a whole practice. This flow compartmentalizes the entire routine into little segments. If you don't want to do any more, don't. If you do, keep going with me. Just commit to a tiny portion of time. You can do anything for 2 minutes. Now let's do it. All right, lazy bones, a couple of minutes of yoga. You got a couple of minutes for sure. Let's do this. Seated position, spine tall, hands resting on knees, chin off the chest, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 3 breaths. Nice deep breath, little pause. Big exhale, 1 more. Nice big breath, little pause, big exhale. Last one. Nice big breath, short little pause. A big exhale. Look, you already feel better, don't you? Let's seal our lips for the rest of this practice, even if it's only a couple of minutes. And squeeze our shoulders up tight, using those traps as we inhale. And then exhale, letting them go. One more time, inhale. Squeeze them up tight. Exhale, let them go. Big inhale. Big exhale, let them go. You can feel the stress kind of leaving your body. Let's do a couple of twists here. Reach your right hand in front of your right knee, little push. Exhale as you turn. Maybe your back will pop. Maybe it won't. Inhale through the middle. Left hand, front of the left knee. Little twist as you exhale. Back to the center. Roll our head a few times clockwise. Nice and easy. Keep the rest of the spine straight. Remember to breathe. And let's switch directions on your own. Spine is still tall. When you're even on both sides, let's go back to the center. There you go. You did a little yoga. If that's all you want, class dismissed. If you're with me, let's do a couple of more minutes. Let's find a tabletop, middle of the mat. Arms are about shoulder width. Knees are about hip width. Just a few cats and cows. So we're going to exhale, push away the mat, cat, separate the scapula. Inhale, cow, drop the stomach, shoulder blades together as you look up, lead with the chest. Exhale, cat. When you think you're high enough, give it a little push, go a little higher. Inhale, cow. Few of these on your own, in time with your breath. Always exhaling when we close the body, and always inhaling when we open the body. Not always, but usually. Cats and cows is a great way to make yourself do stuff. This always works, especially in the winter time with my yoga, because I start to eat poorly, and I start to feel out of shape, and then I don't want to do yoga. But I kind of trick myself into just a few minutes, and the next thing you know, I've done a whole practice. Sometimes I do that cleaning my room. I'm just going to make the bed. That's all I'm going to do. And then once the bed is made, it looks all right. So maybe I clean up some clothes, or a couple times a year I'll even break out the vacuum. It's a nice way to set sort of low expectations. A few more cat-cows. Set low expectations so you at least lived up to something that you set your mind to. And if you do more, well, it's just gravy. Let's take our feet about mat width or a little bit more. Left hand in the center. Tabletop still with the spine. We want to engage the midsection. And then the right elbow is going to pull back like we're throwing like a John Jones elbow. Shoulders still off the ear. Just a little spinal twist to sort of wake us up here. You can do other stuff with your hand if you want. Place it at your low back and use that as a brace to pull. But try to keep both shoulders out of your ears. Don't find yourself doing this. Breathe into it. Then we'll switch it out. Right hand down. Replace the left. Drive away. Big rear elbow. Push away from the mat. Make sure both shoulders are off your ears. You can set that hand somewhere if you want, or even reach it up. Whatever works for you. Just a little spinal twist. Just a little wake up. And when you're even on both sides, back to the middle. Let's keep our knees wide. Set the right hand down. Reach the left hand over far, like we're trying to reach off the mat. And then slide back. Stretch the side of the body. Remember to breathe. So you should feel this kind of in your armpit, your lat, maybe down into your hip. And we'll switch it out. Left hand down. Right hand reaches up and to the left. Reach off the mat and then slide yourself back like you're going to drive that right hip back toward the right heel. Side body stretch on the right. Don't worry about how you look here. Just make sure you feel the stretch. When you're even, back to center. Let's touch our toes. Push back. Round the spine. Forehead down. Reach the arms forward. Child's pose. And if you want to press eject, this is a good time to stop. You still did a few minutes of yoga. If you're with me, let's do this. Plant the palms. Plant the balls of the feet, hip width. Push back into bear pose. So your lower body should feel sort of like a squat, and your upper body, your arms and your shoulders, should feel like a down dog. Feet are hip width and parallel. So heels are in or out, and your stomach sort of resting on your thighs here. Make sure you're engaged. So you're actually using your leg muscles, using your core, using your arms to push back. Don't let any one part of your body do all the work. We're only going to be here for a minute. Let's set it down. Should put us right back in a tabletop. That's a good measurement. Where you, from your tabletop, set your toes down, push up, now you're in bear. And unless you really like a stretched out down dog, lifting the hips and dropping the heels gives you just about the right distance for down dog between your hands and your feet. First down dog always feels lousy. Don't judge mine until we've done a few of them anyway. Driving the heels to the mat, driving the chest back toward the legs, looking down at your feet or at the mat below you. If you're trying to look forward with this, it kind of puts your spine in a battle. So nice and easy, you can wiggle it out, shake it out, whatever feels good. When you're ready, we're going to lift this right leg up, keep the hips square, shift it forward, touch the right knee to the right tricep and hold it for just a second, engage. Now push away more so you can set that foot down. All right, here we go, runner's lunge. Move it around a little bit, starting to feel good. Remember to breathe, fingertips down or palms down, or up on a block or whatever works for you. It's your yoga, nobody's watching. Let's turn this into a lunge. So straighten the back leg, engage the front leg, make sure your feet are wide enough, and let's palms forward, shoulder blades together, drop our hips, and lift our chest. Engaging both legs, little back bend. Core is engaged, but remember the core has a lot of parts, so you can relax your stomach a little bit and engage the rest of the core. Reach up Exhale, set it down, step it back to that down dog. All right, starting to feel pretty good. Let's try it on the other side. Find some stillness. Inhale as you lift the left leg. Try to keep the hip square. Don't turn it open. Exhale, crunch it up. Left knee, left tricep. From here, push away, make some room to set that left foot down. Runner's lunge. Wiggle it around. Remember to breathe. When you're even on both sides, let's engage the back leg, lift the hamstring up, stabilize the front leg, rise up, hips stay down, shoulders go back, scapula squeezes together, little back bend, lead with the chest. Remember to breathe. Reach up, exhale down, frame the foot, stepping it back, down dog. Remember to breathe. All right, down dog starting to look a little bit better. Now you can take a picture if you want. Let's find that tabletop one more time. Sit back on our knees. Rest our arms. If you're still not into it, you're dismissed. You still did a few minutes of yoga. That's great. Better to do a little bit of yoga every day than a lot of yoga like twice a month. It won't make you flexible, and depending on the routine, it could actually expose you to injury, okay? If you're still with me, let's do this. I got no quit. Actually, I do have a quit in about 10 or 15 more minutes. Finding the down dog, settle it in. Should start feeling pretty good. Try to find some stillness. Let's do one more of those lunges just to warm up. Inhale, right leg up. Shift it. Right knee, right tricep. Hold it. Pull that knee across. Left tricep. Push away for space. Set that foot down. Runner's lunge. Inhale. Scapula together, back bend. Try to get the shoulders over the hips. Inhale up, Anjaneyasana. Crescent lunge. Breathe. Palms face. Lead with the chest. It's going to feel like a back bend. Back heel still off the ground. And let's set it down. Step it back. Down dog. All right. Remember to breathe. Starting to feel good. Now you're glad you started some yoga, aren't you? And if at any time you're not glad, feel free to bail. Just be quiet as you roll up your mat and leave the class. Left leg up. Shift it forward. Left knee, left tricep. Hold it. Engage. Engage. Pull it across. Left knee, right tricep. Hold it. Hold it. Push away. Make room. Set that foot down. And rise up. Palms face forward. Scapula together. Lead with the chest. Try to straighten the back leg. Shoulders over hips. And inhale. Anjaneyasana. Crescent lunge. Remember to breathe. And setting it down. Stepping it back. Down dog. Nice and still. This down dog should start to feel pretty good. If your heels aren't down, doesn't matter. But don't bend your knees. Keep your legs straight and let your heels be high. As long as you're pushing, you're stretching the calf. You'll get there one day. Just a matter of time. Now let's add to this flow. Right leg up. Exhale. Knee to nose. Setting it down. Rise up. Crescent lunge. Remember to breathe. Try to keep everything where it is and spin the back heel, warrior A. Hips still forward, shoulders still forward. That's hard to do. External rotation on the back foot makes us want to open, but fight that for the stretch. And now we'll open. Warrior B. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Arms out in opposite directions. Palm up. Reverse warrior, stay in the lunge. Don't come out of it when your upper body moves. Stay in the lunge. Remember to breathe. Side angle. Reach up with the left. Remember to breathe. Try to keep your spine straight here. If you're leaning over and rolling, maybe you need to be higher in the side angle. The idea is to stretch, not to look cool. Look down, reach down, back heel up, press, and reach. Revolve side angle. Remember to breathe. Let's set it down, step it back, Find the down dog. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, inhale, left leg up. Squeeze, knee to nose, push away. Setting it down. Stabilize yourself and rise up. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. So do what you can to keep your shoulders and your hips forward, square to the front of the mat. As you spin, just the back heel. Your hips may want to open a little bit. That's okay. Drive your shoulders back forward. See if your hips will follow. Maybe you got to pull the front hip back a little to line it up. Now we'll open it up. Warrior B. Front leg bent, back leg straight, shoulders over hips, arms in opposite directions. Remembering to breathe. Palm up. Reverse. Try to stay in the lunge. Exhale. Side angle. Reach the right arm up. Shoulders out, off the ears. Relax the traps. Squeeze the scapula together. Remember to breathe. Look down, reach down, back heel up, press away, left arm up. And when you're ready, look down, reach down, frame the foot, stepping it back. Downward dog. Remember to breathe. Let's shift it forward. Drop the knees, tabletop. Rest the arms. If that's all you got in you, fine. Take it easy. You're dismissed also. We're going to keep going though. By now you're probably with me. I think you are. I got faith. And down dog again. Hips up, heels down. In the form of an upside down V. Let's do this flow a couple of more times and then we'll do some stretching. Right leg up. Stepping it all the way through. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Drop the back heel, warrior A. Open it up, warrior B. Reach, reverse, side angle. Maybe you want to go a little bit lower this time. It's up to you. Maybe you have a block. Whatever works. Keep the hips low. Look down, reach down, press and reach. Right arm up, revolve. If your knee's turning out on this, squeeze it back in. And we'll frame the front foot, stepping it back. Remember to breathe. Left leg up, stepping it all the way through. Crescent lunge, get stable. Remember to breathe. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Drop the back heel, warrior A. It wants to open your body, so let it, warrior B. Reverse. And exhale, side angle. Left arm down, right arm up. Keep those shoulders off the ears. Look down, reach down. Back heel up, press away with the right, reach with the left. And frame the foot. Step it back. Down dog. Let's breathe. Should be the best down dog of the day. One more time through this on a breath. Inhale up. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior A. Big inhale. Exhale, warrior B. Inhale back. Reverse. Exhale, side angle. Big inhale. Exhale, revolve. Inhale, reach. Setting it down, stepping it back. One more side, you can do it. You've come this far. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, crunch. Setting it down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, turn it to warrior A. Inhale, warrior B. Inhale, reach. Reverse. Exhale, side angle. Big inhale at the top. Exhale, reach. Inhale, revolve. Exhale, reach down, frame the foot. Inhale, stepping it back.
Down dog. Great work. Hey, you just did a warm-up and a great flow. If that's all the time you got or you're still unmotivated, see ya. If you're with me, bend the knees, push it back. Back of the mat. Straighten the legs. Half lift with a flat back. Let's grab those toes. Padangustasana. Peace sign fingers, big toes. Fold forward as far as you can with the flat back. Find the grip wherever it is. Maybe it ain't the toes, maybe it's the calves. Pull with the flat back, and then exhale. Forward folding. Remember to breathe. Hopefully legs are straight. Whatever you're holding, pull when you inhale, and release for a little more depth when you exhale. Try to use the biceps for the pull, not the shoulders. For 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Rise up. Shake it out. Let's find one more. Either repeat that one or let's do Padahastasana. We're going to stand on our hands. So forward fold, flat back. Legs are straight. Slip one palm under one foot. Toes go up to the crease of the wrist, maybe. Slip the other palm under the other foot. Same movement, but now we have some dorsiflexion in the foot, which makes this a little tougher stretch. So, flat back. Exhale as you pull. Let it round as it needs to. And pull with your biceps, not your shoulders. Every time you inhale, pull. Every time you exhale, release. For 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Unhook the hands. Let's crawl it out. Front of the mat. Find a plank. Shift your shoulders over your wrists and engage. I'm just going to hold this for a second. Push away from the mat. Don't let your butt drop. Keep your butt high like you still have that posterior tilt in your pelvis because you're still squeezing your core. Let's push back and spring it and hop forward to a Yogi Squat. Yes! Nice. Feet as wide as they need to be, at least hip width. Toes point out as much as they need to. Let's find compression in the knees and the hips. Sit low. Try to have a straight spine. It probably won't be vertical. Try to make it vertical and watch what happens. Just make it straight. Even if you're leaning forward, make it straight. Elbows in between the knees. Hands at heart center. Make it easy to push. Remember to breathe. Catch your breath. Think about how far you've come. Another good spot to bail if you're, a wimp, which I know you're not. You've come this far. Little twist, then some back bends, and then some stretches. Let's make this happen. Heel toe the feet together. Rise up to a chair. Try to push your hips back so you can see your toes. If you find yourself really leaning forward, sit back a little bit, even if that means you have to be higher. Hands heart center, left elbow outside of right thigh. Even if you have to help it into place, let's get a twist. Keep your hips low. Don't do this in your twist. Hips are low, knees are even together. We're pushing with that left elbow to find the twist. Shoulders out away from ears for 3, 2, 1. Center, rise up. Rest your legs if you need to. I don't really need to. I'm just doing it for you guys. Find the chair again. Hips are low. Knees are back. Arms are up. Hands heart center. Right elbow outside left thigh. Find the connection however you have to. Even if you have to help it into place. Stay low in the squat and push as you twist. Try to keep your hips one way and your shoulders the other. If your knees pull in opposite directions, the hips are chasing the shoulders and you're losing the twist. Hips low, shoulders off of ears for 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to find our way back to the plank. Exit any way you want. Maybe you want to jump. Maybe you want to step. Maybe you're super cool and you can pull off this crow exit. If so, just make sure you drop down as you kick your legs back. Oh, so smooth. all the way to the mat. Palms out front, elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel. Little Sphinx pose. Push up, but also lift up. So imagine your shoulders and your arms aren't doing all the work. Your back's doing a little lifting also. Legs are still hip width, pushing into the mat if they need to. Imagine you're clawing forward, leading with your chest. And let's set it down. Pull the palms under your shoulders, elbows high, chin on the mat. Let's keep our feet right where they are. Baby Cobra. So push up, drive your pelvis into the mat, lead with the chest, shoulders off the ears. And again, the arms are at play here, but the back's still doing some work. For 3, 2, 1. Setting it down nice and easy. Catch your breath. Let's squeeze our legs together. Tops of the feet push on the mat. This time, King Cobra. Straighten the arms as much as you can. And keep the pelvis down. So if to straighten the arms, it means you got to be way up here. Bend them a little and keep the pelvis low. Maybe not driving the mat, but really close to it. Shoulders off the ears, looking up for 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Let's push it back, child's pose. Remember to breathe. And let's finish up with some stretching. Find your way to a seated position. It doesn't matter how. Feet out front. Buns out from underneath you. Engage your quadriceps. Press your feet flat like they're on the wall in front. Chest up. And spine straight. Forward fold as far as you can until you can't anymore. Then let yourself round and find something to grab. Anything. Toes, feet, clothing. And then exhale as you pull forward. You're going to find that you don't go as low in this seated forward fold as you do when we do one leg at a time, because you can adjust your hips. Your pelvis moves into the stretch. Here with both legs in the same spot, your pelvis is stuck. It can't go forward or backwards unless, of course, you start adjusting your feet. So remember to breathe. Whatever grip you have is the grip you have. Let's count it off. 3, 2, 1. Up nice and easy. Let's bring the left foot in, close to the groin. Right leg stays where it was. We're not stretching it out here for the adductor. We're still working on the hammy. Nothing changed except this foot pulled in. Now we barely face that foot. Turn maybe like 3 degrees. Line the sternum up with the kneecap. And then inhale. Exhale, round. Grab anything you can and pull. Any grip you get is good. Remember, you're pulling forward and down. You're not just folding over. You want to continue that tension on the hamstring. And remember to breathe. You can hold these seated poses as long as feels good. This is where the real stretching happens. The Vinyasa is a way to use that muscle and extension and warm it up and get ready for this stretch. 3 more breaths. Up nice and easy. Switch it out. Left foot straight out in front. Right foot sole inside the left thigh. Tall in the spine. Barely face that leg. Forward fold. Find any grip you can and pull. Remember to breathe. Every time you exhale, you should get a little bit deeper in the stretch. And every time you inhale, you should pull for a little tension. And remember to breathe. Relax. Let those big muscles kind of melt into the mat. Let's give it 3 more breaths. Up nice and easy. Leave the right knee bent. Pull it a little bit in front of you. I'm going to side angle for you. Let's step the left leg over. So you might not get very collapsed in this. You might only get to here. That's okay. It's still a hip stretch. If you can, force those knees to stack up. This is like a double pigeon. It gets both hips, usually the top one more. If you can stack the knees, grab the feet and fold over, hooking your chin on the top knee. Hold that and try not to fall off to one side. Stay square to the mat. If you're not quite that low, set the knees where they will fit and fold anyway. And breathe. We're really compressed in the torso here, so breathing is a little bit shallow. But remember to breathe. You can kind of breathe into your back instead of pushing your stomach out. Imagine expanding your back up. And you should feel this in both hips like you would in pigeon, but mainly in the top hip. Stay square though. Don't let yourself fall off to the side for the tension. A few breaths here. Biggest joint in the body. Takes the most time to stretch. If you can't go quite that low, maybe aim your elbows to the mat. Maybe your palms, as long as you're stretching. You made it this far. No more exit lanes. We're going to finish it now. Ready? Let's switch it out. Left leg on the bottom. Right leg comes over the top as far as it'll go. Maybe it barely goes to here. You're still going to stretch it. If you can force it all the way over and stack the knees, good for you. Find a grip at the feet. And starting with the flat back, of course, lean forward and then round. Remember to breathe. Settle in, make adjustments that you need to. If you're not this low, it doesn't matter. You can always, elbows, fingertips, rise up a little more. You can move in and out of this if it feels good for the stretch. Remember to breathe, let it melt. And when you're ready, when you're even on both sides, let's bring it out to this butterfly stretch real quick. Soles of the feet together, bringing them close. I like to grip all 10 toes and then all 5 fingers. Pull forward and try to drop the knees. Maybe you're going to push on them with your elbows. Maybe you pull them down. Maybe you press one at a time. Nothing wrong with that. These adductors are tough to stretch because they're tight for a reason. They keep our legs under our hips, which is kind of important. Remember to breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Cross-legged right where we started. Awesome work. I tricked you. Little bits of yoga at a time help no matter what. Even if you just did the 2 minutes, which if you did, you wouldn't be listening to this. But 2 minutes a day is still yoga. Don't expect yourself to do a 90-minute class 7 days a week with incense and cool music and gongs and a mat. That doesn't have to be yoga. That's fun. That could be twice a week. That could be twice a month. But a little yoga every day makes a difference. If you like the machine, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the little bell. I guess that tells you when I put out a new video. I'm still pretty new at this. Namaste.
But the whole point of the machine is to relieve you of that suffering.